What's up, sneaker YouTube? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It's your boy Danny with another review. Luckily I got these for retail. Not a lot of people did, but in today's video we do have one of the last Nike Kobe's that's gonna release, unfortunately. Let's get them out. So before we look at the shoes, I did want to spend some time looking at the box and looking at the paper. Since this is one of the last Nike Kobe's that we're gonna see, it's kind of worth looking at the details that kind of go into this shoe. So let me take a quick look. So on the top of the box, we do have the swoosh with the Air and Kobe's logo. This is an Undefeated collaboration between Nike and Kobe. So you have the Undefeated right there with Kobe's signature. It's a beautiful touch. And then the tag picture for anyone that needs it. Again, size 8. Screenshot if you needed it. Sorry I didn't hold it too long. But I want to show you the paper real quick. So this is a detail we're gonna see inside one of the insoles. I'll show you when we get there, but we do have kind of his scorings. So if you don't know, this release was done in between Undefeated and Nike, celebrating Kobe's initiation into the Hall of Fame. Now, I'll show you all the details about the shoe, but just take a quick look at the accomplishments of our man Kobe. Man, it's been over a year since we've lost Kobe, and seeing these and knowing that they're basically one of the last Nike models that they're gonna release. So these are the Kobe 5s. The next one to come out, the official last one, is gonna be in honor of, well, his daughter and Kobe himself with their foundation. That's actually a Kobe 6 if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a good look at this Undefeated collaboration. It's a really striking shoe. I love them. They're really based off of both who Kobe was as a person, with this snake print representing Mamba, and just his accomplishments, which is the theme of the shoe and the trophy-esque nature, without really sacrificing that yellow and purple. So basic layout of the shoe, we do have a red gradient swoosh on the sides and a purple swoosh on the other side. The purple swoosh is metallic, so it has a shine and a nice reflection to it. Let me show you on this one actually. So here it is versus my lights. Definitely has a nice like brightness to it. When we go on the inside to the other one, it's a little more matted. It's a gradient from red back to that deep purple, and they use gradients a lot on this sneaker. So the whole upper is constructed of gold. We have mesh like on normal 5s, but then we have this like reflective snakeskin print. Let me give you as close as possible. And the print is really nice. I'm telling you, the print is absolutely nice. It's textured. It's not just printed text. Like, you can feel the scales, even though it's not real snakeskin, you know? We have those gold detailings on the toe wrapping, so you kind of have like a gold on gold action going here. The whole shoe is gold on gold. Black tongue to me is a really nice detail to just kind of take away from the gold and the purple and all those. Here we have the little detailings on the sole. There we got the Nike Zoom, and on the back we do have Air on one, and then we have the Undefeated logo. And on that Air you do see again Kobe's logo. Here's the undersole. Now the undersole is a rubber construction with that carbon fiber. If you're a really big Jordan head, you know carbon fiber is really popular for the Air Jordan 11s. You get that same tech on here, and like I was mentioning, you get that Undefeated logo on the Air right here. You also have the inverse on the tongue. So there's Mamba's logo and the Undefeated logo in purple. These are a beautiful and striking shoe in person. They do come with purple laces if you don't want to, like, if you want to deviate from the gold. That's completely understandable if it's like too much of a shoe. But for Kobe collectors and just fans in general, these are fantastic. I love these, and this isn't the first Undefeated collaboration. Undefeated has had many collaborations with Kobe's in the past. Most of those are absolutely great, but we do know that right now anything with Kobe's name, any model related to Kobe, it's just all being sold, like purchased up in resale. So if you don't know, the reason this is one of the last 2 Kobe models to release with Nike is because that partnership with Kobe and Nike has ended. He didn't have a lifetime deal, kind of like LeBron or kind of like Michael Jordan has, with Nike as a company. And Vanessa Bryant, I guess she really didn't like how limited Nike was releasing the sneakers and just not letting fans really get to enjoy and partake in owning footwear and like honoring his legacy. And I can see where she's coming from, but it does play a negative role because now these are going to become more rare. These are going to become harder to get. And the shoes that Kobe played in are going to be just impossible for people in the future to get to play in and stuff like that. So it kind of sucks. Don't get me wrong. I know where she's coming from, but it really does suck. So if we look at the left shoe swoosh right here, we have 24, 10, and 8. If you're not a Kobe head, and I wasn't a Kobe head to know this extent, I wasn't that deep in it, but 24 is his most known number. It's a number he retired with, if I'm not mistaken. 8 was also a number he played with consistently for the Lakers. But 10 was the actual number he played with for the US Olympics. Now, there's a lot of speculation when it comes to these numbers. People say he took 24 because he wanted to one-up Jordan. So 24, just 23 plus 1, he was one-upping Jordan. And that's what they thought he was doing for the number 10. So if you don't know, Michael Jordan wore the number 9 in his Olympics jersey. So people were just assuming it was the same mentality. It was one-upping Jordan, so 9 to 10. But in reality, Kobe had a really big passion for soccer. And if you know anything about soccer, the player that wears number 10 is usually the key player of the team. Think of Messi from Argentina's team. He's their key player and he wears number 10. It's like tradition, you know? And Kobe honored that in this sneaker because he was only able to choose, if I'm not mistaken, from, I think it's like 1 to 15. I'm not too sure, but I know the ending is 15. So he went with number 10. He thought of himself as the key player and he was probably right. Here we go, last little look around on the shoe. It's a magnificent shoe and resale isn't up there. So you're only spending $100 more than retail in certain sizes. So if you really want these, I would advise you get them. If you're someone who's just looking for a flip, these aren't worth it, in my opinion. If you're someone who just wants to collect them, wants to have one of Kobe's last pieces in his collection or her collection, I'm just gonna say go for them. These are beautiful. These are striking in person, and I'm kind of bummed out I wasn't able to get my size, but at least I can trade up for these, add anything I have to add, and just add these to my collection. One little detail I forgot. Back of the tongue, we do have Undefeated with Kobe's signature in yellow. Love that. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been my pleasure. I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.